Hi, I'm here for a meditation today, and I'm going to leave it silent because I have the wind and the birds, and hopefully that will provide a nice background for you. And maybe you're at home with your own window open, or maybe you're outside seated in the grass. But wherever you choose to be, find a place of comfort for you and fully surrender to being completely here right now in this moment. Releasing all worries and softening your brow, softening your forehead even more, smoothing, and then feeling the breath at the base of the nostrils, right between the upper lip and the nose. And as you settle into your breathing, notice what you sense in the back of your body. If you're lying down, there will be contact there. Otherwise, notice, are you breathing just as much into the back as in the front? And are you just as present in the back as you are in the front? And notice where you can distribute your presence around. And then soften your attention. Allow everything to be just as it is. Release any last efforts of resistance as you fully surrender to showing up, to being here. You showed up, which means you're holding space in your heart for love and for devotion. In this moment, drop into your heart and feel inside of your heart, almost as though you have a flame in your chest, just this warmth like a glowing sun. Allowing this image to stay with you as long as is comfortable. This is a time to be so proud of you. You're still here, and it's not easy. Earth is not an easy job. Sometimes we have to dive into darkness and still remain within the heart. Feel yourself remaining within the presence of the heart as you listen. Once we've taken a moment to dive into darkness, we rise out if we're strong enough, if we're here now, because we want to lift up everyone else. And that is your journey. Many cannot find their way home. And this doesn't mean you personally get involved in someone's struggle. But by the way you set the example with the light of your heart, you change a lot of people by planting seeds, by being noticed for who you are and your authenticity. There's no other reason to be here than to lift this planet together. We want to demonstrate what heaven is like on earth. You're a sovereign being. That means no one controls your freedom, not in your heart. Your heart is completely free. Feel yourself embodying sovereignty, freedom. You are the light. Feel light fill up your body as you allow your heart to radiate. Feel that you are the light. You are the intelligence. Feel how intelligent you are. You are the grace. Can you imagine the last time you gave yourself grace or someone gave you grace and what that felt like? You are the beauty. Can you remember the last time you saw something beautiful or someone saw something beautiful in you that went beyond surface level and into the depths of who you truly are? Remembering a moment where you felt beautiful or feeling it now. You are the passion. Feel the passion in your heart. The passion of the fire that drives you in your creative center. You are the wisdom. Feel how you can find the balance in anything that could look polarized. You are the wisdom, knowing when to speak and when not to speak, knowing what to do at the right time. You are the wisdom. And you are profound creativity, both within your being, what's untapped, what's been put into the world as an expression of you. Feel the profound creativity that exists within you, that is a part of you. Remember, anytime you search for something outside of yourself, that the wisdom and the clarity is already inside of you. So you don't have to search for anything outside of you. Holding sacred grace and honor for your being now. Can you hold sacred grace and honor in your heart for your being? Seeing the world as such that you and other people walk side by side as equals, as leaders, as masters, as skilled ones. Sharing your wisdom, sharing your grace, sharing the most important knowledge there is to share. The knowledge of how to continue to lift things, to shift things toward the better for all hearts involved. Once again, hold sacred grace and honor for your beingness and your part in this. And feel honorable just for the mere fact of you're here right now. Maybe you believe you showed up here. Maybe you know that you were chosen to be here, or that you chose to be here. During this transformative time, whatever you believe, just know that you should feel honorable. You are in the process of alchemizing darkness into light. It is a never-ending process, but you have begun. And you get to choose your evolution. So there is no reason to take yourself or spirituality seriously at all. Being able to laugh at anything, to design things the way you want, that is your birthright. Your spirituality is your design. It is all yours, and it is beautiful for you. If anyone ever told you you couldn't choose, want, or decide your spirituality and how that would go for you, throw that out. No one can tell you other than what you want and how you'll design your experience of spirituality. And feel that sovereignty, that ability to be free and to choose for yourself. It gives you a light that shines through you. It gives you embodiment. You feel you're really inhabiting your body. Feel embraced as the divine principle that chose to be manifest in physical form in this lifetime. There's no one like you in all of the world, no one with your same experiences, skills, ideas, or anything else that you had to offer. You are unique. You are incredibly beautiful for being exactly you and no one else. In the end, we all want the same things. We all want to be seen for who we authentically are. We all want to matter. We all want love and to be loved. And we all want to show up in a way that benefits everyone. And we all want to show up on a planet without war or devastation or separateness or pain. So, do you believe it's possible? Because your belief is what will make the difference. You can let that just sit for a moment. You don't have to decide. When it comes to understanding what's in the essence of the divine principle, which we could also say is Source or God, every single thing that you decide to say or do or choose or anything, even if it's lightly, you're saying, I affirm this by God, this is happening for sure. So think about all those times you said something you didn't really mean that was way out of left field, but it also felt real to you. But you didn't give it the highest word choice in the moment. And just know that the more we can affirm things that are very true for us, that are always in line, and be very clear about our intentions, the easier it is to know that what we say, we are affirming by God. And I do feel that way now when I talk. It's important to have that quality of affirming. This means your focus and attention cannot be on things of illusion. It cannot be on things that don't matter, that aren't about here and now, that aren't about everybody. Whenever you put your mind on something, whenever you do something, all of your energy flows there, all of it. And that means you're asking that thing to come closer. You're creating a magnetic attraction that's drawing in that thing that you want by doing this. So you don't want to do this with something that's illusory, because you'll lose it. It won't be real. It'll backfire. You want to focus on things that make you feel good. Try for a moment focusing on something that makes you feel good, whatever comes to mind first. And just feel how that feels in your heart, in your body, breath. And this is the practice every day. Bring your attention back to something that makes you feel good. Don't bypass emotions that are hard. But when you're ready to bring the focus back, find something good. Focus on something that makes you feel loved. And just take a moment to feel that love that comes from this thing you're focusing on, imagining right now. What makes you feel loved and special? Feel the expanse in the body as you do this. Focus on someone or something that makes you feel nurtured. What makes you feel nurtured? It could be something you do for yourself or something others do for you. What makes you feel nurtured? Feeling that in the body now, feeling the difference. What makes you feel cared for? Feel that in the body now. What makes you feel cared for? How does it feel? What makes you feel prosperous? Prosperous in any direction. What makes you feel prosperous? And can you feel prosperous, cared for, nurtured, loved, and good all at the same time? When we focus on what makes us feel good, loved, nurtured, cared for, and prosperous, we are moving up in our resonance and our ability to send light, to be light, and in recognizing who and what we are, because we're here to focus on those things. The more we focus on the negative things, the more we bring them in. So we can acknowledge, and then we can use our intention. Everything you say, even the things in your head, you're claiming as yours. Notice if you can slow down what comes in the head, what you say, before you claim it. A lot of people have money problems or other problems, but instead of saying what the problem is, you could immediately jump forward by saying, in the past I had money problems, but I've decided now to focus my attention on the source of prosperity. And I'm going to keep my mind there as much as I can on the source of prosperity and not on the money problems. And it could be anything that you think of. You just flip to a different point of view. It's not that the problems aren't there, but your focus can be anywhere. So use your focus the best you can, as wildly as you can, and as beneficially as you can. And there are moments where something causes you pain, and maybe you're loyal to a person or something happens, but you defend. You defend the thing that caused you pain, and then you're not really noticing what's happening. So never defend things that cause you pain. Don't defend those things at all. To be able to be put in a state of suffering is not helpful in this situation. So no one wants to argue with you to help you to defend nothing. So if you think about your own pain and going around and telling people the story of being in pain, people can't help you if you don't have a legitimate question like, I've been experiencing this for a while and I'm trying this, but what do you think? Or something more specific. We have general stories we go around with and we don't get to the point of what we truly want to ask that could help us, because we get so lost in the identity of the story. But words aren't just words, so the more we repeat these stories, the more we keep living them. If I say I'm sick and that's my story, I'm going to remain sick because I won't see the possibility of recovery when it comes my way. So we have to realize how powerful we are with what we say, how we speak, and what we take in. Because energy is something we can't see, some of us, but it's very much working all the time. And it creates these formulated patterns around things like arguments, around things like pollution, around environments and surroundings and people. And everyone who's in an argument, right then, the energy joins together. So if everyone is happy in that moment, that energy joins together. And you may have seen some evidence of that online. If not, let me know and I'll send you something. But when those frequency bands are close in proximity, they join together. And everyone who's in argument or joy at that time joins together. And this creates massive events, either in a positive or negative direction. It could lead to war at the worst end of it, or some kind of natural disaster if enough of these negative energy bands were always circling. Or it could lead to a sense of coming together and more unity in the upward direction. So remember how powerful you are. Always make sure you lift up other people. Always make sure that what you say to others is about you and not about them. And always show that the light comes from you, that you illuminate your reality, and therefore you can be listened to, respected, understood, valued in a whole new way by people who will truly need your words and the way you live. Because just your thoughts alone are powerful, just your words alone are powerful. Wherever you look, energy flows. That's why I look to you now, and I hope you look to yourself in your heart. Nothing changes because you just do a lot, right? The change is happening on a different level. It's because you're choosing to see something differently. And you know, all great changes in your life occurred that way, when you chose to see something differently. Because you are the quantum creator. So when you see things differently, things change. Every single time you think, speak, or act, you are deciding that reality for yourself in that moment. So every time you want to sway or maybe convince or assume that someone wants to know something about their situation, it's not that you shouldn't do those things. It's that, can you find a way to do it from a place of wanting to make the most beautiful world possible? Can you do it from a place of wanting harmony and joy and beauty and bliss and freedom? If you're going to sway people, can you sway them in that direction? And you can't do any of this without playfulness. So can you be more playful? Instead of being boring. I'm sure no one's boring. Can you be more playful? Spirituality, maybe that could be more playful for you. Because when you remember that you are a spiritual master in this reality, with divinity on a planet that is held in physical matter, you can shift energy instantly. It can happen though when you're serious, when you're uptight, when you're planning, deciding. So the idea is to be like a child. In every lesson I teach, my goal is to get you to be more like a child, to have fun, to do the activities that you loved to do as a kid all over again, or what you want to do now. Maybe you walk down the street differently. Sometimes I dance as I'm walking. You could skip, you could play, you could be silly in any way. Because if you're not having fun and enjoying life, you are not the most beautiful essence of light you could be for everyone else. So it's important you have fun. Incredibly important. Your energy needs to be of such that it's having fun. And that's one way to stay lifted. Not that we need to be there indefinitely, but playfulness helps a lot. And when you're not sure what to do, just love. Because that is the best time to love, is when you're not sure what to do, you just love. Love is the answer. Love is when you don't know. Love is when you have no clue. Love is in a place where you have no clue what you're doing. This means that we never evolve by trying to be perfect at it. We never evolved by letting people decide for us if we were ready to evolve or what we were going to do. We did that on our own terms to evolve. And throughout life, one of my beliefs is that we ask for less interference in the beginning because there is pain, because there is suffering. And later on, there's a little more help, maybe for some, from ancestors, from guardians. And the main reason why we do this is so we can help others. We would never understand what kinds of things people had been through. We would just judge them if we hadn't been through some of these really, we can consider awful experiences ourselves. So when we free ourselves from those experiences in a way that works for us and in our own timing and our own story way, and then we don't have a story anymore, we are free to help others move through a similar situation with a little less distress than what we went through, because we know something about that. We'd never know how people got into bad situations if we didn't understand our own. But we have guidance all the time with our ancestors, with spirits. You just have to ask. You just have to put your hand on your heart sometimes and ask your heart how it feels. You have to ask your body what it needs. And you ask any spirits around you to help you. And listen for answers and see what happens. Everyone seems to have a different experience with this. Every trauma you've been through is an opportunity to lift that trauma, so there's less darkness around it. Our choice in this lifetime was to go through darkness to get to light, to use alchemy to transmute and then lift the darkness from you. Many of you are in the process of this or have done this. And then you found there's no such thing as duality. Wholeness becomes an awareness that everything is sacred. Everything is the very thing we're supposed to love in every moment, everything, everyone. This shifts how we see things as divine, because divinity comes into our life everywhere, in every corner. Our consciousness begins to understand that nothing bad is going to happen. No one's attacking us. The only thing we can do is to allow our thoughts not to be one with love or one with who we truly are, and against what needs to happen to help ourselves and other people. I hope you like this meditation, and I hope you feel surrounded by love, filled with light, and you have a wonderful day.